Hey, it's the J-Man 63 posting videos of diecast, doing reviews of stuff. Alright, I know that was terrible, but hey YouTubers, it's me, the J-Man 63, and I know I haven't really posted a lot of diecast reviews lately. Well, I kind of have been, but I'm really trying to lately post a lot of stuff that really resonates with the audience, since I just managed to get and clinch the 500 subscriber mark. So I really am trying to remain a little more consistent with my videos and stuff. And today I have a review that hopefully will get some traction here. And it's a really popular car, so you should know this as the monkeemobile. Now, more famously, this car was done by Dean Jeffries, and he was a customizer back in the day. Now, if you don't know who Dean Jeffries is, he worked with many famous customizers such as George Barris and a lot of different folks. He worked with, I believe he worked with Von Dutch. I'm not exactly sure on the history on that, but he did work with a lot of hot rodders, and I believe some of his work was mentioned in my Von Dutch book. I'm not exactly sure, but he did work with a lot of famous customizers back in the day. Now, this car is no stranger to being famous. It is, of course, the GTO from the beloved show The Monkees. Now, first off, I'm going to show the box art, as I always do in my reviews. Now, this is an earlier piece done by ertl American Muscle, www.rcertl.com. Here's the front box art. The hey, it's the monkeemobile right there. Monkeemobile, new tooling for this year when it was first out. Of course, Auto World does the monkeemobile now, so if you want to get your hands on one of these, it actually is possible to get one by Auto World. And who knows, it might actually be about the same price or a little less expensive than the original ertl one. Now, you got this right here on the side, the same art with ertl right there. Other side here, you got the same thing with ertl right there. And then you have the little thing. It might be hard to see because this box is a little, it's got the psychedelic writing. It might be a little hard to make out, but if you want to pause and read that, you can. Anyway, so there's the box. Now I'm going to move on to the model, which is in its own right a very nice piece. I love this model. Got to be careful, these little side pipes right here. I do not want to break them off. Down the side here you have the racing, they look like Kragers almost. These are Goodyear wheels right here. Got the Monkees logo right here on the side and the psychedelic writing. Little factoid here, the supercharger on this model is actually fake. They actually took that off of there because the car had so much power when they first had the car in the series. But it's very nice. Nice red paint right here. Painted on the side. It is a big car. I think the 4 seats were for them, and I think the back seat was for the ladies, probably. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. But down the side here, front end right here with that customized front end that was almost, it was like a GTO front end, but it was really extended. A lot of this bodywork was exaggerated on this car. Nice headlights here. These didn't have any peg in them, so they're pretty nicely detailed. You got GTO right here on the side, and you got a nice chrome mesh right here. And I'm not sure, but I think you might actually be able to see up inside there. But very well done. Supercharger. Hang on, my camera's trying to focus here. There we go. We got the supercharger right here with the 4 pipes out the side sticking out. Got the hood pins right there. Now, one thing I don't recommend doing is trying to open the hood by the hood pins. Now, I say that because one time I did break one of these off when I first got the model, so I had to glue that hood pin back on there, so you do want to be careful when you open this hood. Alright, so pinning down the other side here. Monkees right there again. Nice paint. Got your chrome filler cap right there on the back. And you got the Monkees on the back right there with the parachute, and you got the red taillights right there. Alrighty, so that's a big model. Whew, that's a lot of car. I know it is. But anyway, now the first feature I want to show you here, I'm trying to be really careful because the entire top of this is plastic, and I do not want to be the one that breaks the top of this car. I'm trying to get the hood open. If I can possibly get a finger underneath it here. Hood opens in reverse, which is really cool. Now the entire engine compartment is really well done. It's actually, the whole thing is, you can see down through the here. If you look closely, you can probably see my finger, but they did all the detailing work in here. It's really well done. Just a really well done piece. Like I said, most of this top here is fake. There actually were tailpipes exiting if you look, but most of this is just for show. It's pretty much a movie car. It is more of a Hollywood car than anything, so most of it done for show. Really, it's not all real. The pipes are fake, I believe. They're not straight pipes coming out of the hood like that. But it is a very cool engine bay, and it shows pretty well, and you can see the motor block right there. So like I said, it's really cool. Just a neat car in general. So that's the engine. I've pretty much shown everything. You can kind of see the distributor cap right there, or not the distributor cap, but the master cylinder right there. So they did a really nice job with this motor. So anyways, there's that. Now, the best way I think to show this interior is to highlight this car's best feature, which of course is the top coming off. Now you do want to be careful with this, as there are tabs right here that this tabs into. Now I think, like I said, I think the highlighting feature of this car is the interior of it. Now these seats actually do fold forward and they do fold back. These also fold forward and fold back. Like I said, that rear seat is pretty much for the chicks, you would guess. Anyway, here's the dash right here. Got the mirror right there, and there's like a little tachometer on the dash. You got the little shifter there. Now the front wheels actually do steer with the front end right here. But yeah, if you steer them, they steer with the steering wheel. Like most of these models, if you buy really nice models like I do, usually they do steer with the steering wheel. Front doors do open, these side doors don't. But anyway, it's all the tuck and roll upholstery. There's no handles or anything. The side door opens right here. So like I said, it's all very nicely done. I'm sure the Auto World model has carpeting on the inside, but this one, alas, does not. Just want to be careful with these door hinges, because this model is old and I do not want to break any door hinges. But there's the pedals right there, if I didn't mention those before, but yep. So there is the entire outside of the monkeemobile. Now I'm going to show the undercarriage. The undercarriage is pretty nice. Like I said, I think that exhaust is pretty much for show, unless it's like separate exhaust that works with the car, and other than that, I'm not exactly sure, but there's the exhaust right there, and like I said, it exits right here below the drive shaft, so I'm sure this car made quite a bit of noise. I'm sure it, there's only 2 mufflers right here, no cats on it, so I'm pretty sure it made a lot of noise. You got the underside right here where the transmission's done up, so this is a relatively detailed undercarriage. It's not super detailed. Actually, when I got this model, this was kind of off of here, and this is kind of just wobbly and loose. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't think it was pegged properly into the hole or something like that. The suspension's not supposed to work, but I'm not sure what's up with the rear end of this car here. But something was wrong with it when I first got it. I'm not exactly sure. But the way that sits is kind of weird. But it's a pretty nice undercarriage. Whoop, my camera is having some trouble focusing again. There might be a smudge here. I'll wipe that off. The lens might be a little smudged. But yeah, it's pretty detailed under there. Alright, I know this is going on for like 10 minutes and I have to kind of shorten it up here. But all in all, I think this is a very nice model. I think personally, if you have the means, I think you should pick one up. It is very nicely done. Of course, this model is not going to be cheap. If you're a fan of the monkeys, even the Auto World version is going to be a lot. Since this is a movie car, it is a very well-known model. And like I said, you're going to pay quite a premium for it if you are wanting this car. See, the rear end is kind of off on this. I don't know why, but I think something might need to be glued back on the rear end. That's why I'm trying to be really careful with this model. It is very heavyweight. It's probably one of the heavier 1/18 die casts I have in my collection because the entire body is made out of metal. None of the front end or the rear end are plastic. So, but like I said, if you're going to buy this model, you're going to pay a premium. Now, my rating for this model, I would say, is a full 10 out of 10. Even though it was done back in the day and there's not things like carpeting or like that. It's not, may not be carpeted, but it is super detailed for this model, and I think this is probably one of my more favorite models, along with the Munsters coach and the Dragula that I do own from the Munsters series. So I do love this model, and like I said, you should pick one up, but it's going to run you a lot of money probably. I'm just forewarning you there. But anyway, guys, for diecast and more, it has to be the J-Man 6.3. Anyway, guys, check out my videos. I have over 200 uploads, so definitely check my channel out. And I'm working on new content just about every week, so I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to make consistent. Hopefully I can keep getting content out every week. I can't guarantee it, but I am trying. So anyway, guys, have a good one. Bye.